Week 12 of the NFL season had several wild finishes. My name is Frank Ober, and this is Week 13 of my weekly fantasy football preview. The craziest ending to a game had to be the Dallas Cowboys' 34-26 win over the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys took a 10-point lead with less than 3 minutes left in the game. After reducing the lead to a touchdown, the Commanders scored on an improbable 86-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Jaden Daniels to wide receiver Terry McLaurin with about 20 seconds left in the game, but the extra point was missed. The Cowboys then returned the ensuing onside kick for a touchdown to go ahead by 8 points. However, the Commanders still had a chance at a tying touchdown, but a final Hail Mary attempt failed. The Kansas City Chiefs survived against the lowly Carolina Panthers 30-27. After the Panthers tied the game with under 2 minutes left to play, the Chiefs kicked the game-winning field goal thanks to a 33-yard scramble by quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Chicago Bears 30-27 in overtime. The Bears forced overtime when they successfully recovered an onside kick and made a 48-yard field goal with 22 seconds left in regulation. And in Houston, the Texans missed a potential game-tying 28-yard field goal with less than 2 minutes left to lose to the Tennessee Titans. Individual high performers this week included quarterback Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins, who threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Quarterbacks Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders and Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs both accounted for over 300 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns. It's getting to be a broken record, but running back Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles exploded this week with 255 rushing yards, 47 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Top wide receivers this week included Jordan Mattison of the Minnesota Vikings, who had 162 yards and a touchdown, and Courtland Sutton of the Denver Broncos, who scored 2 touchdowns on 97 yards. A couple of tight ends stood out. Noah Gray of the Kansas City Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns on 66 yards, and Trey McBride of the Arizona Cardinals had 12 receptions and 133 yards receiving. Will Lutz of the Denver Broncos had another huge week, kicking 5 field goals and accumulating 17 points. The Dallas Cowboys defense and special teams had a great game with 4 sacks, 3 takeaways, and 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. Despite losing, the Houston Texans defense had 8 sacks and 3 takeaways that included a pick 6. A few injuries of note. Quarterback Gardner Minshew of the Las Vegas Raiders broke his collarbone and is out for the year. Running backs Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler of the Washington Commanders, J.K. Dobbins of the Los Angeles Chargers, and David Montgomery of the Detroit Lions were injured. Also, wide receiver Romeo Doubs of the Green Bay Packers could be out Thursday. Don't forget, with the Thanksgiving holiday, there are 3 games on Thursday and another game to be played on Friday, so set your lineup early. There are no buys in Week 13, which will allow fantasy managers to submit their best lineups in a push to make the playoffs. Please check my article for more information and players to start in Week 13. On a final note, from the entire Lake Norman Connect team, we want to wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving.